It started with the smell of burnt meat and cheap beer. The kind of backyard barbecue where people pretend to like each other because blood says they should. I was at the grill, flipping burgers, when Lauren, my wife's sister, decided to perform for the crowd. "So what, you file paperwork for the army?" she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. The laughter rippled like a wave through the lawn. I wiped my hands on a napkin. "No," I said, "I fly." She smirked. "Oh yeah? What's your call sign?" "Iron Widow." The metal tongs clattered against the tray. Her father, Navy SEAL, retired, went still. His eyes locked on me, the kind of stare that strips a person down to truth. "Girl," he said to his daughter, "apologize. Now." Lauren's grin faltered. She looked between us, confused. But he knew. He knew exactly who I was. 2 years earlier, I was just Addison, quiet, grounded, and easy to underestimate. When I met Lauren, she was the golden child, lived for attention, thrived on control. My wife adored her. I tolerated her, for my wife's sake. Then came the betrayal, a slow, quiet poison. My wife started pulling away. Late nights, secret texts, smiles that weren't for me. I thought it was stress, work, fatigue. Until one night her phone lit up on the nightstand. A message preview, "She's leaving soon, we'll be free," sent by Lauren. I didn't touch the phone, didn't confront, not yet. I'd been trained to read patterns, analyze behavior. Flying combat missions teaches you that emotion is the enemy of precision, so I buried mine. And I began to watch. Lauren thought she was clever, meeting for coffee, using cash, whispering in corners when they thought I was out running drills. I installed a signal jammer in my car to scramble nearby Bluetooth devices. It picked up hers, every time. 3 weeks later, I had what I needed. Photos, recordings, bank transactions, because of course my wife was financing her sister's new business, a boutique that didn't exist. But revenge isn't about rage, it's about timing. So I waited. I made breakfast every morning, kissed my wife goodbye, asked about her day, and while she slept, I moved the pieces into place. I contacted a friend at OSI, Office of Special Investigations. Turns out Lauren had applied for a contractor's clearance, false documentation. I didn't have to do much, just send the right file to the right desk. Her application was flagged. She'd be investigated. That was step 1. Step 2 was personal. I opened a separate account, transferred our joint funds, slowly, methodically. Set up a new mailing address, new base assignment, one she didn't know about. Then I filed for divorce, sealed under domestic security confidentiality. She'd received notice the same week her sister's clearance got revoked. I smiled for months, quietly. The barbecue was my stage. Lauren had no idea what was already in motion. Neither did my wife. They thought they were still in control. When her father told her to apologize, the laughter died. Lauren blanked. "Dad, what the hell?" He cut her off. Iron Widow flew in the 33rd Squadron. She lost her husband in Syria, took over his aircraft mid-mission, finished the run alone. You could have heard the flies buzzing. I hadn't told anyone that story, not even my wife. But he'd read the classified file once, years ago, and he remembered. Lauren's face turned pale. My wife's hand shook around her wine glass. I looked at her. "I told you, honey," I said softly, "I don't file paperwork." That night, the first domino fell. Lauren's security clearance was denied. Permanent red flag. Her father called her a disgrace. Her boutique investors pulled out. 2 days later, my wife received a legal notice. Separation of assets. The house, the car, the savings. All gone. The account was empty, legally, cleanly. She came to me crying. "How could you do this?" I tilted my head. "You already did." I left her standing in that empty house. Didn't slam the door. didn't look back. A month later, I was stationed overseas again. New call sign painted under the cockpit. Same skies, same silence. Sometimes, in that high, endless blue, I think about that barbecue, about Lauren's smug little laugh, about my wife's eyes when she realized I'd beaten them both without ever raising my voice. People think revenge is fire, but they're wrong. It's ice. Precise, controlled, beautiful in its stillness. Because the real victory isn't destroying someone. It's watching them realize they destroyed themselves the moment they thought you wouldn't fight back. So when I sign off before each flight, I whisper it to myself like a prayer. Call sign, Iron Widow. And somewhere on the ground, two women flinch at the sound of my name.